happy with you, Dan. Oh.
Howdy folks, welcome to Live at the Lazy T. It's a beautiful day at the Lazy T Ranch near Manhattan, Kansas. I'm Ron Wilson, poet laureate. My wife Chris and daughter Elizabeth are here. We've been having fun the last few weeks sharing examples of animals and scenes here at the ranch. This week's guest animals are our calves. We have the cow herd up here, and intermixed you'll see some young calves. Some of these calves, these are all spring calves, would have been born a couple months ago. And then over the last several weeks, our one calf was born last Saturday. So there's nothing cuter than a little white-faced calf, and so I really enjoy this. There are really three phases of live cattle production, and the first phase is cow-calf, and I would describe ours as a commercial cow-calf operation, as opposed to a seed stock operation where ranchers are raising high-quality breeding animals, bulls and heifers, to go into other ranches. We're strictly to produce calves, so our goal is for every one of these cows to have a good, healthy calf once a year, and then those calves will go to market. So the cow-calf stage is really the first stage of live cattle production. We'll keep these calves to weaning weight, which is say 500 pounds round numbers. The second stage is a stocker or a backgrounder operation that'll add several hundred pounds to those calves, and then they'll go to the third stage, which is when they go into the feed yard. That's the finishing phase, where they get a scientific ration, a concentrated high grain, high energy, high protein ration that will get them to say 1,500 pounds just before harvest. And so those are the three stages, but it all begins here with the cow-calf operation, where we have these herds of cows, and we're producing those calves. The gestation period of a cow is say 9 months, but they're exposed to the bull in summertime, so we don't know exactly when those calves will be born. We can do the math, but you don't know the exact date of conception. They're bred naturally out in the pasture, and so we don't exactly know when those first calves will come. This has been a very good calving season for us. A year ago was very different. It was very cold, it was very snowy and windy, miserable conditions, really difficult for the calves. I remember last year a specific case. It was a Sunday morning, and I went out to check the calves before church, and we'd had 2 or 3 inches of snow overnight. It was miserable conditions, and I could see one cow standing off by herself, and I knew what it meant. I knew I was in trouble. She was having a calf, or had had one, or was getting ready to, and so I trudged out there in the snow. I found this cow, and next to this calf was this little black lump lying in the snow, and I knew I was in trouble. I went over to that little black lump, and the little black lump looked up and opened one eye, and I knew she'd had her calf, and the calf was still alive. So I picked up that calf, gathered him in my arms, carried him in, I don't know, probably weighed 80 pounds, carried him up here to the outbuildings. My wife got a bunch of towels. We got in the front seat of the truck, the cab of the truck, and turned the heater up full blast, toweled off that calf, and he revived. We got the mama cow into the box stall in the barn here, put the calf with the cow. The calf nursed, got the colostrum, which is so vital in the first few hours after birth, and all was well. And I'll always remember that. It's one of the really rewarding experiences for a rancher when you can save a calf in that way. But as I say, this is a biological process. We don't know exactly when those calves are going to be born. So let me finish up our Live at the Lazy T Ranch session with this cowboy poem today. It's called Calving Time. And I'm getting accompaniment from my cows who are bawling at me. They want to go back out where the hay is. Calving time. A newborn calf is a wonderful thing to find as the season inches towards spring. Last summer we sent the cows to grass with breeding goals we hope to surpass. Our bull was chosen to fit the need, and he spent the summer to graze and breed. We kept him for the right duration to assure the cows are in gestation. He was a big bull. We kept the heifers away because they weren't ready for breeding day. As winter came, we brought the cows in where we could keep a close eye again. Then came the time. The first cow gave birth to renew the cycle upon the earth. I sure give thanks on my Maker's behalf when I don't have to pull a calf. And I feel like a cowboy who is in luck when I see that calf will stand and suck. Life-giving colostrum begins to flow, and the calf's journey is launched, I know. But how do we know when calving will begin? I do the math on when we turn the bull in, but somehow the answer seems simple and clear. Calving begins on the night of the worst weather of the year. Folks, thanks for joining us here live at the Lazy T Ranch. Join us every Tuesday, 1 p.m., and we'll share a little bit more of the life here at the Lazy T Ranch. On behalf of Ron Wilson, Chris Wilson, the cow herd, and all the folks here, we wish you happy trails. Be safe, be well. God bless.